Let's get some stuff done this morning. I got 2 sticks of pipe on the trailer. I'm going to do the entrance for this is actually the uphill lot. Going to go ahead and put that in right here. I had knocked some dirt down in there yesterday to be able to get over here with the pickup truck, but the more I'm looking at it, I think the driveway needs to sit more like right here on top of this hill. You can see a little bit better, so I'm going to pretty much center it up between those 2 flags right there, and it'll come in right here over top of this stone that's kind of already down from the old logging path. So I'm gonna go grab the 220, come up here, rake this grass back, and scratch up a little bit of dirt, put it in here to cover it up. Okay, so I've got the ditch dug out there, and we're putting in 30-foot entrances. So I've cut this one pipe in half. This stuff is very expensive, so let me be careful here. I got that one. Let's not knock down the power line. Clear, we are clear. Put this in place. Oops. That's how delicate of a touch I have on the pipe. One little bump and it falls out. You can just squeeze this. Well, this stuff's pretty durable. I mean, it'll squish, but it'll come back. Grab the 10-footer. We've got to take the plastic off of the end of it and spray it so that it goes together. There's the power line. Good. And then rake a little dirt up. Might need to go get a bucket full or 2 of dirt, skim that up to finish covering this pipe up, but there should be enough dirt here and rock to pretty much cover it up. Slide this up the hill just a little bit more than what that is. Kind of center this driveway up a little better. Somewhere-ish, let's see. Kind of think the more the better up this way. Let's see what we got. It's probably somewhere right in there-ish. I'm gonna pull the machine over here so I can look down the driveway and make sure that that's centered. I can scoot it over if need be. Right, got the pipe put in where it needs to go. Grab a little bit of this dirt, dump it right here to hold it in place while I push it together. And I need to go round up about 4 or 5 more scoops of dirt, I think, cover that up. Alright, let's go to the end here. Push it together. Power pole. Push it together like so. It went right together just perfectly. Alright, well, let me go get a couple more scoops of dirt here and dump on top of that. I'm going to clean that little bit of dirt out of the ditch that I pushed in there yesterday to be able to drive across, and then go do some clearing. Like I said, this is not the driveway for the lot I'm working on. This is the uphill one for the other lot, because we don't know where that driveway is going in until I get the lot cleared and kind of lay out where the house is going to go. So let me go over here in the edge of the woods and scrape up a little bit of dirt and finish covering this pipe up, get it tracked in. 3 scoops of dirt. Not too bad. I was able to rake up a little bit more of this rock right here from the old logging entrance. So I'm going to dump this scoop of dirt. Make sure no traffic coming. Right here. When I bring the skid steer over here to spread the stone out, I'll cut that last little bit of dirt out by the asphalt. It's just a little bit easier to go in there with that bucket and pull that material out. That way get stone all the way up to the edge of the road, and there's not a little strip of grass left there to be muddy. Take this rock. I was going to bring the skid steer over today, but there's really no rain in the forecast, and no huge rush to get stone put on this right now. Before it does rain, I'll probably go ahead and get a couple loads delivered and this covered up. This is a little bit of stuff that's got some rock in it, so that'll help with a little bit better base here. Track this in and scoop out that little bit of dirt right there and track all that back in, and this entrance will be done. So to ensure that I've gotten majority of the stumps out, everything that I can see, after I run the dozer through here in multiple directions, I like to come back with the excavator and any little stobs, I mean you'll have some little stuff like that, come over here and dig it up and throw it over here to the side. I probably should just that right back there. Now I got dirt mixed into the pile and put brush in, and there's a lot of times these little stobs and stuff like that, you just can't get them out with the dozer without a whole lot of digging. It's hard to kind of dig it with a rake, so I just run through here. So the dozer gets 95, probably 97% of everything, and then with this small stuff, depending on it, sometimes the small stuff, the dozer doesn't work good. It just breaks it off at the ground or just folds it over. But there's a bunch of old stumps from the logging cut over, and a lot of times the rake will just bust those into pieces but not pull them out of the ground all the way. So coming back through here with the excavator just ensures that you get the majority of that stuff out of the ground. You can never get all of it. You're always going to miss something that you'll find at the end there, but yeah, whatever you can do to kind of come through here and clean it up makes for the finished grading process that much easier. are the most aggravating. Just enough where you don't want to, I mean, you can't really bush hog it. I mean, you can bush hog it if you'll end up with a stop. That's literally about what you need to do. But it just makes it look like crap. These little twigs sticking up out of the ground. Got to have an eye for what to look for, or you'll miss a bunch of little stops. I'm going to sort through some of this right here, what I've pushed up, and lay it over here into my pile, kind of get a little bit of dirt out of it, and keep working along with this. The good thing about this little brush and stuff, it does dry out relatively quickly. So I'm just going to get all this stuff piled into a pile here to kind of help clean up a little bit more, open up a little more real estate. And then I'm going to jump on the D6 and go ahead and push some more of that stuff over. I think I can push it all the way to that field edge where I can kind of sort through it then with the excavator and pull out, you know, shake the dirt out of it and make another burn pile over there is my plan. Because the wind is blowing like 20 miles an hour today, and the dust is kind of brutal on the downwind side. So I'm not exactly sure how well running the D6 is going to be, but I'm willing to try, because it does do a really good job raking this stuff up. It just takes some time to sort through it all and get it cleaned up where it'll burn, because this stuff will not burn unless it's nice and clean. Definitely have to be a day when the wind's not blowing 20 miles an hour. Finish picking through this little bit of stuff right here, and I got the fuel trailer now. I need to fill up the dozer with fuel and go ahead and start pushing some more stuff over and getting that knocked down and drying out so that it will burn and I can get this lot all cleaned up. So do all the clearing, burning, and then work on the driveway. been busy with the D6. I've gone and pushed all this over into a giant windrow over there. It has got a fair amount of dirt in it, so I'll rake through it with the excavator. But you can kind of see the stumps from the old trees that were out here and a few stobs that are left stuck up right there. I'm going to run through here with the excavator and go ahead, finish digging all of those out, and then if I have a little bit of time, I may start sorting through that right there, making another pile of brush right over there, and cleaning that up a little bit. Let's call it a day. Got this pile here piled up, went through there and was able to pick out any of the stumps and little stobs that I missed. Let's walk around this way. Wind is still howling, but it's drying this brush out pretty good, making it a little easier to rake through it. So pretty much got stumped, everything stumped all the way across here. House is going to sit somewhere about where those stumps are sitting, I think, about where the crows flew off. So got to finish clearing all the way back to the wood line and some over there. So I'd say I probably have 2 acres right now cleared. I'm going to shoot for about 5, so still a fair amount back there to push through and rake everything out. So be back here later on next week to do some more.